that was cool. And then let's go one more Baldy here because he's got the Puni Highway. Here's Baldy talking Puni.
Dominick Puni has been named the starting guard for the 49ers, and rightfully so. He's earned it. Watch this little hook block right here in the nose tackle. Little hook to the left. Mason goes for 12. How about a little hook to the right? Hook to the left, hook to the right. You're starting to see what's going on right here. Puni's opening up these holes, one after another. And then sometimes you just want to cruise. Sometimes you just want to get on the interstate. Just take your mind off things. That's when you just run right behind the interstate. That's Puni, the Puni Highway right there. And when you want to score and you want to punch it across the goal line, the tough yards, you know those yards where it's the difference between break and a will. Watch Puni just work and just keep working. And then just take the whole crew, and just plunge, the big plunge into the end zone. That's just a beautiful piece of work. Can somebody please bump that to Dominick Puni's resume reel? Put that on the resume right now. The Puni Highway. I can see it.
That was awesome.
Baldy's the best, man.
Baldy is the best. He is absolutely the best.
Baldy gives me Jesse Ventura vibes. Down in the Baja. Down in Lake Compton.
He'll be like standing here and he'll show his finger. His finger goes that way. It's like all sideways and mangled.
Puni belongs down in the Baja, down in Lake Compton.
I had
Minnesota.
I had Baldy on last year in the playoffs, right? And so I had to ask him about that pinky. I'm like, bro, what happened on that pinky? And you know who destroyed his pinky?
Who?
Randy White, the Manster. The Hall of
Minnesota?
Famer, Dallas Cowboy defensive tackle.
Oh, okay, Randy White.
With Harvey Martin and Too Tall Jones.
So what
Randy
happened?
White, as a rookie, he said he got his pinky caught in Randy White's face mask in his first camp, and that it just it ripped away and tore out, and it just was dangling. So that's it right there. His finger is mangled because of the Manster, Randy White. I love Baldy, man. Baldy's fantastic. What I love though, that highlight there about Puni, Coach, you're a guy who knows a lot about offensive line play. Mm-hmm. What Puni did there, he did a couple of things that were really, really nice. One, he had a hold of the running back and then pulled back at the last second. He had him around the waist and he knew he was going to get flagged, and he pulled that right arm back, and he did it in a subtle way.
He's savvy.
Veteran, yeah. And then the other thing I really liked in that last play, it really hit home. Puni really does a nice job of keeping his back squared to the line of scrimmage and driving his guy while staying square. It's easy to kind of get into an angle or slide into an angle. He maintains his width. Like if you showed him, we showed that again on the end zone wide, looking at Puni's just from behind and then next to McKivitz, Puni is a much broader offensive lineman than McKivitz. McKivitz is much more narrow than Puni. Puni's a wide body. I love that he's wearing 77 too, because that's a great offensive line number.
Sexy number. Yeah.
Oh, I love that number. But
I have it in my Twitter. I love 77 was my number. I love 77.
Oh, was it? Yeah, 77 is a great number. It's an awesome number on a football field. Whether you're a defensive lineman or an offensive lineman, you just look like a monster when you're wearing the 77.
Double sevens, though.
I love the disposition of Puni. I love the veteran kind of mindset. I asked him about a play this week, and he's like, from the Saints game, and he's like, yeah, in this play, I stepped on McKivitz's foot. I knew McKivitz couldn't get out to catch the speed rusher because I had stepped on his foot. And so he spun around McKivitz and caught the speed rusher on McKivitz's right shoulder instead of off his left shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Puni is playing like, sometimes young players do exactly what you tell them to do. And if you don't tell them to do it, they don't do it. The veteran player does what you tell them to do and then does like 10 other things that you don't tell them to do just because they're thinking at all times. And I see that with Dominick Puni. He's got the kind of the game day feel and poise of a veteran offensive lineman. Something happens you're not anticipating, you keep going. If you can help out, you do. If you can hit somebody, you do. He's always looking for contact. He seems really, really smart. I love his kind of, I want to take it to the defensive line mentality. I think he's a keeper, man. That's a great pick.
I mean, I've simply put, one thing that I like about him, and I think this would kind of like coin everything that you're trying to say right now, and I agree with everything you're saying, is that there's a difference between football players that are doing their job and guys who are actually going to go play football. He's playing football. He's not just doing his job. He's not handling his assignment. He's taking in the entire play for what's happening in the moment and understands, like, not only do what I need to do, but what everybody around me needs to do and what I can do to help facilitate that once my job is done. That's playing football. That's when the play runs out and you have your man blocked, noticing that off rip, hey, I've stepped on my guy's foot. He's not going to get there, but I got to get my guy. Let me go ahead and pick up the slack. Now, the only thing about it is that we have seen him playing football on a really high level, but there are some things that we've seen, like him pirouetting to go catch different defensive linemen. That's a no-go. You cannot do that. So there's things where you could tell. One thing that I like about Puni that frustrated me with Spencer is that I wish Spencer had more athletic confidence, where Spencer is fast. Spencer is a plus athlete at guard because he played tackle, but Spencer doesn't trust that. And he doesn't trust his athleticism on the same level as Puni does. And partly because I think that Dominick it's not even close on the strength level. Dominick is actually a strong guy, and he's functionally strong, not just weight room strong. He moves with strength, right? He's got a really good core for him to be able to pull those things off, which is just his own body to be that size. I don't see that type of core strength from Spencer Burford that you see out of Dominick. And now that you're actually getting it out of the position, it's no secret as to why he took over that position as a starter so quickly.
I like Puni's just mentality. I think Puni's got more of a contact mentality than Burford. I also think Burford is out there to do what you're telling him to do, and he's thinking about do what I'm told to do what I'm coached to do. Where I think Puni is thinking beyond that, like a veteran, like do what I'm coached to do, and then fill in where I, fit in where I fit in. I mean, keep working, keep looking for somebody else to hit, keep, play to the whistle, to the echo of the whistle, as they like to say.